The Scottsbluff Public School District took the time to honor a variety of students and staff during Wednesday's retirement and recognition ceremony. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, School Board President Scott Reisig celebrated 9 employees of Scottsbluff Public School District, including some with 31 years of service, as they get ready for their retirements. Superintendent Dr. Andrew Dick had the prestigious honor of presenting the Friends of the District Award to the Midwest Theater.
They support us, our performing arts educational programming, by making opportunities available for our students. Each year, those free performances include the Missoula Children's Theater performance, dance performances, and instrumental music performances. Some of the performances provide a supplemental study guide which can aid in students' understanding and learning that teachers can use to create lessons from there. Depending on the content, some of their workshops are also available for schools to participate in.
More than a dozen students were presented with Scottsbluff Education Association scholarships, and teachers from each school in the district presented a Friend of Education Award to community members who went above and beyond this past school year. Scottsbluff High School's Jen Haar selected Dr. Bradley Hertzler, who brought the Da Vinci robotic surgery machine to allow students to get up close and personal with the state-of-the-art equipment.
I think some of you in here got to experience that and walk through there, and it truly was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. On that amazing day in March, the boardroom was converted into an operating room. Not only did we have the Da Vinci robot, but we also had a surgeon, surgical physician assistant, operating room nurses, surgical technicians, a medical sales rep. It looked like an operating room in there.
Also during the ceremony, employees who hit the 10, 20, and 30 years of service milestones were recognized. Well, a rural Minutair man has received the Nebraska State Forester's Award for his longtime dedication to the trees and forests of Nebraska. Yesterday, Todd Filippi of the North Platte NRD received the award, which is given once a year to an individual or organization who has demonstrated commitment to the trees and forests of Nebraska.
The State Forester's Award has been awarded to deserving people across the state for over 40 years. Past recipients include NRD managers, organizations, legislators, fire departments, and others that promote the planting, care, and maintenance for trees in Nebraska.
Filippi's projects include a green project at Bayard Elementary, the Arbor Day Foundation EAB grant implementation in both Bayard and Bridgeport, and the WaterWise grant at the Ever Greenhouse in Gering. Filippi has planted more than 1 million trees in his 11 years that he's been with the NRD, and Nebraska Forest Service Director John Erickson gave his compliments.
He is the Resource Conservation Coordinator here at the Natural Resource District. Guided by Todd's leadership, the partnership between our agencies is strong as we implement the different grants across the region. Todd helps us reach into communities that we would not normally be able to reach into, and for that we thank you.
Filippi also works with children and youth programs to get the next generation involved with their trees and forests. We'll have more news right after this.
Swipe right, swipe left, endlessly searching. Finding the perfect match isn't always perfect, but it can be when it comes to finances. Nora found the perfect business loan. Jenny opened her first savings account. Grammy loves her checking account. We found a match for Wilson Farms. The Sandersons were matched with a mortgage. Regardless of your financial situation, Platte Valley Bank will match you with the perfect solution. Find your match at Platte Valley Bank.
Life Care promises us that we are looked after and taken care of properly.
If I didn't have life care, I would be probably scared to death about having enough money for when I got older or when I got sick.
Moving in here was an easy decision and in fact a no-brainer. I looked at it as actually buying long-term care insurance, and in retrospect, a good move.
One of the things that convinces me that we did the right thing is no matter what happens, we will constantly be taken care of.
The whole thing is just vital because you don't have to be worried about what's ahead for you. It's there, it's in black and white, and that's reassuring.
This is home. It has been from the day I moved in.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Welcome back. Western Nebraska Community College will celebrate 293 students that will graduate with a degree, certificate, or diploma tomorrow at Cougar Palace in Scottsbluff. WNCC's 91st annual commencement is scheduled for 10 a.m. in Cougar Palace. The ceremony is open to the public and will also be live streamed here on KNEB.TV for those unable to attend in person. The adult education graduation and nurse pinning ceremonies are also scheduled for Saturday in the Judy Chalupka Theater. The nurse pinning will begin at 1 p.m. and the adult education ceremony is scheduled for 4 p.m. And a local downtown Scottsbluff restaurant has closed and the building is for sale. Goonies Sports Bar and Grill LLC purchased the old Emporium building on 1st Avenue in February of 2022 after relocating from the old Whiskey Creek building on the east side of town. Their Facebook page says their last day open was February 25th, and on March 8th they posted that Goonies will remain closed as they decide how to move forward in the future. Goonies first opened up in the area about a decade ago in Terrytown and later moved to the Oregon Trail Lounge in Gering before coming to the Bluffs.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Well, rain showers are coming to an end, but unfortunately the clouds are not. They're going to stick around through the weekend. Temperatures have been holding in the 50s all day. We're going to stay there into the overnight hours with overcast skies, but again, thankfully, some of the rain coming to an end. We see only isolated showers coming our way tonight and tomorrow. Better chances return on Sunday. Temps start to warm up by Tuesday of next week, but we're going to have a couple of thunderstorm chances in there. Well, here's some of your storm rainfall totals just through 6 o'clock this morning. We've added more since then, but 308 at the airport in Scottsbluff. These are official totals now. Certainly there are some areas with more. 229 in Sydney, Alliance at 212, just over 2 inches in Chadron, and right at 2 inches in Ogallala. The big winner in the region is Imperial. Look at them, 5.25 inches of rain. McCook at 347, down in Greeley, about 2 2/3 inches. Same in Broken Bow and North Platte, just over 2 inches as well. And again, those areas got more this morning and this afternoon as well. Yesterday, 61, that's well below normal, but 54 for a low, which is well above normal. Speaking of above normal, 1.18 inches yesterday officially. That puts us at 315 for the month. We're 2 1/4 inches above normal. 604 for the year. We're now 1.30 inches above normal. And as you can see, yesterday, today, we were below normal with temperatures out there. And 1.18 inches in the rain gauge yesterday after 83 hundredths and 66 hundredths the previous 2 days. As far as precip chances go, we've got chances coming back late Saturday night into Sunday and Sunday night. Then we dry out a little bit Monday, Tuesday, only to bring chances of rain and thunder back in Wednesday and Thursday. As far as winds go, we're going to remain a little breezy to windy tomorrow. Otherwise, we will be calmer here as we go into the rest of the week. Sunday is Mother's Day. What's Mom got up? We got up for Mom's sleeve on Sunday. Well, we've got rain again, unfortunately. All Mother's Day long, it looks like showers are going to be scattered around. Temperatures only in the 50s. It's going to be a cold, kind of rainy day on Mother's Day again. We have 82 in Kansas City. Some pockets of 90s there as well. 85 in Topeka. 70 in Kearney. Down to 60 in Thedford. And 50 Wheatland. 48 in Cheyenne right now. 49 in Pine Bluffs. It's 64 up in Valentine. Winds have been pretty gusty out of the northwest, making it feel even rawer than that as winds are gusting over 40 miles an hour at times. Futurecast, just a few isolated hit-and-miss showers wrapping around tonight into tomorrow. Otherwise, during the day tomorrow, it's going to be an overcast and cold kind of day. A little bit better than today, but not much. And then Sunday is going to be kind of a repeat with showers moving back into the region. There we go, Saturday night into Sunday morning, and moving across the area Sunday during the day. More rain for Mother's Day. There'll be some breaks in it, but another decent soaking looks to be coming for Mother's Day. Lows overnight in the 40s, highs tomorrow in the 50s and 60s. As far as additional rain coming right now, we're forecasting about 1/10 of an inch, give or take in some areas. Some areas, though, could pick up 1/4 to 1/2 an inch, and even more in some isolated locations. Tonight, cloudy, gusty winds this evening. Slight chance of a rain shower and 48. Tomorrow, overcast, again a slight chance of a rain shower, 62 your high. Our 7-day forecast brings rain showers back in Sunday, really starting Saturday night, and then we dry out a little bit for Monday, Tuesday. Warm up finally starting Tuesday, and we bring in thunderstorm chances back into the region for the middle of next week.
Welcome back to another season of FBO Fridays in the Field. I'm Susan Littlefield, and this is being brought to you by FBO, the Great Big Small Bank. We are out on location in Polk County, Nebraska, an opportunity to learn more this year about some unique farming practices with a 3-generation farming operation who utilizes a lot of technology. And I'm excited to bring into the conversation Randy Smith. And Randy, first of all, let's talk a little bit about your farming operation.
Yes, I have a little bit of diversified. We have, of course, commercial corn. We got quite a bit of seed production, and then the soybeans anyway. So it keeps you pretty busy with the seed corn anyway, jumping back and forth.
Oh, very much so. Now we're coming off of a very dry fall that we saw, and in our neck of the woods, we had a very dry winter, not a lot of snow cover. But for you, as you've been out in the field, how are things looking right now as you put this crop in the ground?
Yeah, about 3 weeks ago, we caught about 70, 80 hundredths, and then here, 2 days ago, we got close to 40, so that helped, but it didn't last very long. I mean, we got a little moisture at our planting depth, but it's nothing like it was last year, that's for sure. We've got a big difference there anyway.
Thank goodness you got that type of technology. And speaking of technology, you guys are embracing it here at your operation. Let's talk about what you're doing when it comes to precision agriculture and planting of these crops.
Yeah, I'm just kind of getting started in learning a little bit about the precision planting. Kind of converted my planter over. It's amazing all the mapping and everything it does, and how you can load a system and the different things it does is unbelievable. You can get into what do I want to say? On the mapping part, your hybrids, your population, your applied downforce, your downforce, planting depth, your singulation or your spacing. You can get that all mapped. Then we also have what's called a smart firmer that runs right down in the furrow where the seed is. And it will show you your soil temp, your organic matter, your soil moisture, and it'll give you all them readouts and everything like that. So that's pretty amazing technology, it is.
So I'm interested, what's it like farming multi-generations like you do? Your dad on one side, your son Carter on the other?
Yeah, got a lot of people have seen, my dad's seen a lot of change, so have I, just, you know, anyway. But it's good to have my son Carter come back and help on weekends and whenever he can anyway. Every little bit helps this time of the year, that's for sure anyway, so.
Well, we're anxious to follow along with you. We'll be back here in about 6 weeks or so. The crop will be out of the ground. We'll kind of get a great update. And now we're going to kind of bring your dad into the conversation. I'm excited to bring Ron into the conversation because you and I were chatting off camera, and I was talking about how, oh, maybe it was a 4-row, and you corrected me immediately. You started planting corn with a 2-row planter.
730 John Deere 2-row, and then tied 2 of them together and thought we really had something then. Then eventually it worked up to international 6-row air planter, and from there to a 12-row air planter that weighed a ton and took a long time to move from field to field with it, but now we've got things that fold up and a lot different.
As you look at the technology that, or the lack of technology that you guys had to use the noggin for a lot of this stuff when it came to planting corn, and what your son and grandson are using now.
It's a big difference, it is. I said, you'd look around the country in the little tiny grain bins, and at that time you wondered if you'd get them full, and now they fill them in an hour with a combine.
What do you like, Ron, about still being involved in agriculture?
Well, it keeps me out of the rocking chair, so we keep busy, do something anyway. I go for this and that every once in a while.
Well, we're excited to get to talk to you over this whole summer and into the harvest to see how the crop is going. Any words of advice that you might have to producers out there?
Just keep getting all the new technology there is. It's just amazing how it's changed over the years, and especially in the last 10. We went from plate planters to what it is now. It's wonderful.
Well, we're going to continue to follow along with the Smiths this entire growing season. We'll be back in about another 6 weeks to find out how the crop is doing as we continue on the FNBO Fridays in the Field right here on the Rural Radio Network.
Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your weekend community calendar. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
You deserve to have a building that will last for generations. With more than 110 years of experience and thousands of satisfied customers, Morton Buildings is the industry leader you can trust. If you're planning for a garage, farm shop, horse barn, storage building for your RV, boat, or collectibles, there's no better time to buy. Contact your local Morton sales office or visit mortonbuildings.com to get started today.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. Our personalized trust services can help you do just that. You've worked hard to build your legacy, and you want to make sure that gets passed on for generations to come. We offer the professional guidance necessary to ensure that happens, according to your wishes. We pride ourselves in being friendly and professional while offering a highly tailored full line of trust and estate planning services to accommodate you. You belong here.
And finally tonight, Desiree Drain Davison has been appointed as the Executive Director of the Riverside Discovery Center in Scottsbluff. KNB News caught up with her yesterday, and she expressed her excitement about the opportunity and her growing interest in helping the zoo on a long-term basis. One of her priorities has been obtaining AZA accreditation for the zoo, while also preparing for the upcoming summer season and expanding the zoo's events and programs.
We do have a wonderful grant, and we're going to be updating and redoing some of the buildings and some of the areas. We're currently negotiating for some cats and a few other surprise animals. So hopefully within a few months, the exhibits will be filling up again.
She had been serving as the interim executive director since February and has now taken on the role permanently and full-time. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.